Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. After the Summer of Lovecraft ended last week, we're in the middle of a small break from the Cthulhu mythos and back to another very familiar universe. This week, we're playing Terra Mystica from Feuerland Spiel. Our goal in this game is to build up a civilization's living space for our chosen faction, along with chasing victory points via certain actions during the game. Let's get everything set up and go through our factions, starting with the one we're playing. We're playing as the Swarmlings today. They start off with 8 workers and 20 coins. 9 power up in Bowl 2, 1 down in Bowl 1. Their special stronghold power is once per turn, they can just upgrade a dwelling to a trading station, full stop. As you can see, everything costs a little bit more than usual, and their special ability, when they build a town, they get 3 workers. So, that's our faction. Now let's move over to meet the Automa. Today we're going to be playing against the Nomads using the Simpletons Automa, which means their faction action, as we'll zoom in on this, will be to transform and build, and they'll get 2 victory points for that. And they're going to be playing on the easiest difficulty, which will be impacted with this card to determine victory points for X and what level they're at on the trading station. So it looks like they'll never get any victory points when they have that X flag there. So now we can move up to the board and do final setup. So you see that the call tracks are all set up. I haven't done initial dwelling placement yet, and somehow I screwed up because when I did setup last night, I forgot to set up all of these bonus actions. So I've dumped all the Automa tokens into a bag, all of the Automa bonus actions into a bag, so we're going to draw them out and take care of that now. So for round 1, what the? Oh! I gotta keep that out of the bag. Because that relates to one of the factions, but that's not the one we're playing as. Oops. Okay, let me make sure this has got a round 1. It does. So if we can put a stronghold or a sanctuary out, we'll get 5 victory points for that. And the bonus action, the cult reward is for every 2 levels you're up on the air track, you get an extra worker. The Automa won't get any victory points during round 1. So round 2. For every temple you put out, you get 4 victory points. For every priest you send to the cult tracks, you get an extra 2 coins during income. And on the water track, the Automa will get 4 victory points. Round 3. Every trading station we put out is worth 3 victory points. For every 4 levels we're up on the water track, we'll get an extra spade, and the Automa will get 3 victory points as long as they're up on the water track. And round 4. Every time you form a town, we'll get 5 victory points. Every 4 levels up on the earth track, we'll get an extra spade. And the Automa will get 5 victory points as long as they're up on the earth track. Round 5. For every dwelling you put down, you score 2 victory points. Every 4 levels you're up on the water track, you get an extra priest. And the Automa gets 6 victory points up on the water track. So there's going to be a lot of focus on the water track in this game. And round 6. What the? Oh, I think I know what that is. Okay. Yep, I'm going to need that for this round booster for this bonus action card, or this token. Yep, this one I can use for round 6. Every trading station is worth 3 victory points, and the Ottoman gets 6 victory points as long as they're up on the air track. The aforementioned reward won't matter because that will be the last token of the game. So let's go ahead and go through. I'm actually going to go ahead and set up the Ottoman deck while I'm thinking about it, because they just get I believe they just get the first bonus card. Yes. So let's go through those before I set up the deck. So the Ottoman will be starting the game with this one. Gain 3 power on the income phase, and when you pass, for every level you're up on the shipping track, you get 3 victory points. The Ottoman will start the game with that one. Then what I'll have to choose from, gain 3 power during income phase, and +1 on the shipping track for this round. Gain 3 power and a worker on the income phase. Gain a power on the income phase, and gain 4 coins on the income phase, and an action token for +1 on any track. And then this is just a straight 6 coins on income phase. So let's see where I get placed first, and then we'll see where I want which one I want first. So, as far as my first dwelling goes, I'm going to place my first dwelling down here. And let's see what map placement the Ottoman is going to follow. All right, it'll be off of this card. All right, so A with the power, B without. So that brings me over to this card. Looks like A for the desert is down here. That will be their power structure. And then B without. B starts all the way down here. So that one's down here. So where do I want my second dwelling to go? While I consider that, I'm going to start building the Automaline deck, the easy deck. And they put 3 on top. Right, so that's out. It starts in. Okay. Alright, so now that I've got that all figured out, now I've just got to figure out where I'm starting the game, or my second dwelling is going to start the game. There's an argument for a couple of places I could make where I could maybe start doing a little work on this side of the board. The only problem is that's a 2 spade space to get to. So that might be a bit of a harder sell. I probably could do it though. Doesn't seem like that big of an ask. I just need to get moving to get priests out sooner rather than later, but I'm going to be at a rush for them, especially if I want the stronghold bonus. I don't think I can even get my sanctuary out. Probably not. I guess I'm just wondering if that's even going to be worth trying to rush for. Maybe. And we'll turn those 2 parallel. Let's see. My second dwelling to start the game, I think I'm going to put... I think I am going to try to do a little something on this side of the board. I'm going to put my dwelling down here. Do I want it here or do I want it up here? I'm going to be surrounded by 2 spade spaces if I do that, except for a 1 right here. I probably could do that. We'll see what we can do with that, but that's everything set up. So, oh, I still got to pick my first round booster. I think I am going to take the 3 power and a worker during the income phase. Like I said, I'm kind of gambling on this a little bit, but we'll see if this works out. So, I think with that, we're all set to get into this game, so let's jump in to our first income phase. Income phase, I'll move my 3 power up into bowl 2. Then I'll gain a total of 5 workers. I might actually be able to put my sanctuary out. 2, 4, 5. Actually, that's going to be... I think I'm going to be 4 coins short if I do that. So now I'm going to tip back up to the board. What do I want to do here? So first up, it would cost me 3. It would cost me a total of 5 spades or 5 workers if I wanted to get to this swamp space right here. That might actually be worthwhile, to be perfectly honest, looking at it. Is that what that is? I think. I'm just trying to see if... Yeah, that is swamp. So it would cost me 5 spades to get there, plus 2 coins. That would then make it a little... Well, would that make it possible to get there? I think so, actually. Because if I go for a conversion here... That would be 3, 8. Yeah, then I could get to my stronghold at that point. So I think that's worth it, actually. So I'm going to spend 5 workers. I'm going to spend 5 workers and 2 coins, which will bring me down to 18. And I still have 8 workers. What did I do? Here we are. So I need to find a water terrain. And I'll put a dwelling down there. That's a lake. All right, so the Autumn taking their first turn. They'll pull 2 cards from their deck. This will be their support card. This will be their action card. We'll see that they're taking a faction action around their power structure on priority B. So priority B is here, which means they're going to be transforming and building on this space right here. So we're going to turn that into a desert. Put down a dwelling. And I can't gain any power off of that. And then that will be another 2 victory points for the Automa, because that was a faction action that they did. So they're up to 22. Then looking into my turn, I think I'm going to go ahead with my plan, spending 3 more workers, and now 4 credits, because now I'm adjacent to the Automa, so that'll give me a single back. I'll upgrade this dwelling into a trading station. And the Automa is potentially already threatening passing. They're not passing, they're actually looking to upgrade. Second from the board, they're trying to get to a trading station, which they can do. Right, so 1, 2, they're upgrading this dwelling to a trading station and not getting any victory points for that. So they'll be on their last card of the round. Then I'm going to spend my last 5 workers and 8 coins. I can see I'm going to be worker poor this game already. To get my stronghold out here, which will give me 4 power on income phase, but more importantly, it will give me 5 victory points. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the Autumn is threatening. The Autumn is on their last action. Is on their last card. The only question is if they're taking the action. They are not. So they're getting the first booster and then returning this one. So they will be first player next round. We'll build their deck back out again. All right, those two will get turned parallel. And then I need an action token, which is on the other side here. Because now I have my stronghold action available to me where once per round, I can just upgrade a dwelling to a trading station full stop. Which I think I will do. So I'll upgrade this dwelling up to a trading station. So I can still keep working on getting my priests, on getting my strongholds out. And then that will, they didn't get any victory points for that. I got the 5 for getting my stronghold out. Right, I think that I'm pretty much tapped out at that point myself. So I'm going to call it a round as well. The question is, which booster do I want? I think I want the one that gives me a favor on any cult track and 4 coins on income. So that's all done. Those get flipped over. This one I didn't get to a level 2 on the air track, so the Automa doesn't get any victory points from that either. We can return that to the box. And then a pretty uneventful round 1 to start the game. Round 2 up next, though, and our focus this time is on temples. Okay, so on income phase, I get 3 workers, 6 power, 2, 4, 6, and a total of 6 coins. There we go. Okay, so looking at the board, I'm trying to decide what objective I'm more likely going to get this turn. Part of me wants to try to get my my transform rates to be a little bit cheaper this round, but I also know I need to get a temple out to make my. I know I need to get a temple out to get the victory points there. So let's see what the Automa decides to do with their first action before I decide what I want to do with mine. They're going to transform and build around their power structures on priority B and coming up from the bottom of the board. So priority B has them building on there. Looks like they get to the mountain spaces. They get to, what is that officially called? That's the wasteland, actually. So they've got 2 wastelands they can build on coming up from the bottom of the board. This would have been helpful to have if they would have been able to build up here, but because they're coming up from the bottom of the board, they build here, which is unfortunate for me because I won't get to gain any power off of that, but they will gain 1 victory point. Let's see, looking at me then, I think given the emphasis on the water tribe that's coming later, I think I'm going to use my booster action now to go up on the water track. Then looking at what the Automa is doing this round, they're going to send a priest to the 3rd from the right track, focusing on the scoring, but none of those but they're scoring based on the number of priests that have gone to the track. Actually, they're scoring on the water track, which is where they're going anyway. So advancing 1, 2, 3 on that track, which is not great for us. I think here I will pay 3 power to gain a priest of my own. I'm still trying to see which plan is going to unfold here. So the Automa's potentially passing already in their perpendicular section. They're not passing. They're taking a faction action around their not power structure on priority B, which I should be able to gain power off of this. So priority B, they're actually building up, they're actually transforming and building up here. So I'll grab a desert, put a dwelling down there. They'll get 2 victory points, and then I'll spend 2 to gain 3 power. That's a little unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. What I could do here is I could burn 1 power in order to get the workers I'm going to need to achieve both, and I think I will. So I'm going to burn a power off, move 1 into bowl 3, move a different one into bowl 3, then I'm going to spend the 4 of those to gain 2 more workers. So now I can do both. And then the Automa is on their last card. I think they're taking the action, but I'm not completely sure. So this is their action card. They are. They're looking to upgrade, trying to get to a trading station again. So they're coming up from the bottom of the board. 1, 2. They're upgrading this dwelling to a trading station, not getting any victory points. And once again, they're taking this one right back. So they're still the first player. And we've got run of the board here, which we're probably going to end up taking advantage of. Not that I think we're doing much on the board, but I'm definitely going to make my position a bit stronger. Given the amount of spades I'm going to need, I'm going to spend 2 priests, 2 workers, 5 coins, and my priest to make my spades cheaper. So now instead of paying 3, I only need to pay 2 per spade. That'll also give me 6 victory points. 4, 5, 6. All right, then I'm going to spend my last 3 workers and 6 coins to upgrade this trading station into a temple, which will give me 4 victory points, right? Yes. So that'll give me another 4. More importantly, it'll also give me a favor. It'll give me a priest on income, but it'll also give me a favor tile. And I think I want the... I think right now I just want the straight 3 favor with the water tribe. Actually, do I want that one, or do I want the 2 and go up 1 on any track? That's as an action. I mean, yeah, I think right now I want the 3 so I can get out of this, so I can get out of a little bit of this power funk. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, which will give me 3 power because I passed 2 milestones. So I'll move those up there. And then do I want to use my faction action this round? The only problem with doing that is I need the workers. I need the workers pretty badly, actually. So, and next round's about trading stations anyway. So, I think here I'm going to pass. I'm not going to use that this round. The Automa gets 4 victory points. I didn't give them their victory points. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here I think I am going to pass, and I'm going to take the 3 power and a worker on income phase. There should have been coins on these 2. When do coins go on? I think coins go on at the end of the round. That was actually a rule I learned recently, where you put coins on the ones that haven't been used. Cult bonuses. Yeah, on each of the 3 leftover cards. So I should have had an extra coin from this one, which means these should get coins on them now. We'll do that. Then, yep, okay. I think we're all straight there. So this can go back to the box. I gave the Automa their 4 victory points. I haven't sent a priest to the track yet. Yeah, to any of the tracks yet. So now we're into round 3, and our bonus action this time is around putting trading stations down. On income, I get 3 workers. I gain 7 total power because I have 4 from my stronghold plus 3 from the booster. So 1, 4, 7, and a priest. Tipping up to the board, the Automa is once again the first player, so let's see what they're doing. That seems like too many cards, but oh well, we'll go with it. First up, transforming and building around their not power structures on priority B, coming 3 from the top of the board. So B, they can't get there. Can they get to a wasteland? No. Swamp, no. Forest they can get to. So they've got a forest. We've got a forest up here, which they're going to get to and build. And they'll get 1 victory point once they get their dwelling down. Bringing them up to 30. My first action, these two should have refreshed, by the way. My first action is going to be to spend 4 power because I need 7 coins desperately. Then for the Automa, this is their support card. Sending a priest, another priest to the water track. They're fighting me tooth and nail for that water track. And they get 2 victory points for that. Let's see, looking at it for me, do I just make my spades dirt cheap? Especially if I think I've got to do something in... Especially if I think I got to start expanding on this side of the board. Next round's about forming towns, which I'm probably not doing in a million years, but... Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just spend 2 workers, 5 coins, and my priest to make my spades cost 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then going for the Automa. Taking a power action, 2 from the right. So they block off the build a dwelling with a free spade. Then looking for my action, I don't think I have much I'm doing right now. Not with 4 coins and 1 worker, so... yeah, I think I am stuck passing at this point. That was not a long round at all for me. I think I'm going to take the... I think I'm going to grab this middle booster with 4 coins and advance 1 on any track. So that'll give me an extra coin. But I am definitely passed. So Automa's going to have the run of the board here for at least a couple turns. So let's see what they're doing here. They're taking a faction action around their power structures on priority B, coming up from the bottom of the board. So on B, they can't get to a swamp. They can get to a wasteland up here. Actually, what is that one? That's not a swamp. That one is the plains. So they can get to a wasteland up here. That's around their power structure, so I'll put a dwelling down for them. They'll get 2 victory points, and I'll gain a power for free. And then the Automa, I don't think they're passing because I see 2 passes in the discard pile, and I think they only have 2 in their deck right now. Okay, they're upgrading to a trading station, which now is coming from the bottom of the board, 1, 2, so they're upgrading this dwelling to a trading station, not getting any victory points. I'll spend 2 to gain 3 power. Alright, then the Automa's on their last card of their deck. The only question is if they're taking the action or not. They are not. They're taking the last booster. That coin goes back. Grab their deck. So now their shipping track is level 1, which means they can skip one water space when they're performing their build actions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we should be all good there. That's all done. Now we've returned the boosters. A cult bonus. I am up at least 4 on the water track, so I get a free spade, which I will use to... I'm going to use it on this plains right here to get a swamp down so I can have a little bit of an easier time getting to this lake up here. This turn's about forming towns. I might be able to form a town in this group right here, but that's still going to be a bit of an ask. Hopefully not too bad a one, but we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so cult bonus coins go on these. This one's done. The Ottoman gets 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. That can go back to the bag. And then we're into round 4, where we're looking to form towns, and I'm the first player. Income phase, I get 4 very needed coins. I'll trade a 1 and get a 5 back. Gain 4 power to 4. Get 3 workers. And a priest. Then tipping back up to the board. I'm first player now, so now I've got some options. I'm looking at the Earth track, and that's where the focus seems like it's going to be on spades, although mine now cost me 1 worker apiece, so that might not be a big ask. I'm going to pay 3 workers and 2 coins. Actually, yeah, 3 workers and 2 coins to finish transforming that plains into a lake, and I'll put a dwelling down on it. Okay, those come off. What am I going to need? I'm probably going to need workers, which means I probably need to take this power action next. Looking at what the Automa is doing, they're sending another priest to the water track. Great, so they're starting to fly up that 1, 2. Question is, how hard do I want to fight them for that? Because I am potentially about to form a town, but I'm going to need at least another turn to get there. So I'll spend 4 power to get the last 2 workers I'm going to need to be able to put a dwelling down up here if I want to form that town. Let's see what the Automa is doing next. I got to find somewhere. Discard pile is right here. So looking at the Automa, they're taking a power action 2 from the right, gaining... I gave them their 2 victory points for that action. So they're taking this power action to block off building a dwelling with a free spade. Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and put my dwelling down. So I need 3 coins and 2 workers to put a dwelling down up here, which should be 7 power, and I think I need at least 4 structures to form a town. Let me double check that. It's been a little bit since I played, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Where there are at least 4 structures of 1 color. 4 structures, 7 power. So stronghold is 3, temple is 2, 2 dwellings for 1 apiece. So 7 power total. Okay, which means now I get to found a town, which will give me 5 victory points. This is before I take a town tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more workers, which are very much needed. And I get a town tile. So which one do I want? That is a question, isn't it? I think here they aren't doing very much with the cult track, so I think if I take the 2 victory points and go up 2 in all of them, that could potentially set me up in a lot of ways. So I think that's the one I'm going to take. I'm going to take the 2 victory points, but I'm going to go up 2 points with all of the tracks. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. And that'll give me a total of 1, 2, 3, 5 power. So 4, 5. Okay. Then the Automa's next turn is they're taking a power action, 1 from the right. So they're covering up build a dwelling with 2 free spades. Let's see, then for me, I just need to get up 1 more on the, I think we should be tied there at 7. I would just need to get up 1 more on the earth track to get a free spade, which is actually pretty tempting. Now if I can put a temple down, now if I can put a temple down, I can probably get up top of the water track, which has its own temptation. Actually, I could get up top there without doing anything crazy. So I think I'm going to send my priest to the water track. So I'm up at 9, and I'm going to plan on advancing up to the top of that. The question is, am I going to do that next turn, or am I just going to go up on the earth track and take a free spade? I'll have to give that some thought, but I've got some time before that becomes a pertinent question. Unless I get a priest as my next power action, which I might do. But let's see what the Automa's doing. They're taking an action 3 from the right, a power action 3 from the right. So 1, 2, 3. They're blocking off a bridge. Not getting any victory points there. Good question of what to do here, though. Let's see, it would cost me 5 workers to get to... It would cost me 5 workers to build on this swamp, which I could do. Well, I'm short 1. Well, I don't think they can take a favor tile that will block me from getting to the top of that water track. So I think I'm just going to go... I think I'm just going to use my round booster action to go up on the earth track so I can get myself a... So I can make sure I get a free spade from the earth track on cult bonus at the end of the round. So looking at the Automa, what they're doing, they're going to send a priest to the 3rd from the left. So 1, 2, 3. They're going to the air track. 1, 2, 3, passing me up there. Do I want to put a trading station down, or do I think I need the... Or do I think I need the workers? I don't think I need the workers. Actually, I think I might be fine on... I'm definitely getting a free... Like I said, I'm getting a free spade next round, so... I think here I'm going to... The Automa's in their perpendicular section, but they've got a lot of passes already in their discard. So I think I am going to take the 3 power to gain a priest. This may be a calculated gamble. Might be worth trying to go up the earth... Well, it might be worth going up the earth track to try to get another... spade out of that, but the Automa's potentially passing here. They are passing, actually, so they're getting 5 victory points. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're taking this booster, which they don't keep the coins. That will go back. And then we have run of the board for the round. We'll get that card over here. Going up on the Earth track would give me 4 more power, which would move 1 into bowl 3 and set me up, hopefully, to make a bit of a run on that power. I might have added 1 too many cards in a round, but I'm not going to try to retcon that now. Yeah, I think I'm going to send a priest to the Earth track, going up 1, 2, 3, which will give me another 4 power, so 3, 4. I am going to use my faction action as well, or not my faction action, my stronghold action, to upgrade this dwelling to a trading station. And I'm thinking about what I want to do here in terms of trying to set myself up for... Because I'm actually 2 coins short, and I don't have enough power to get that 7 coins right now. So I think I am going to have to... I do forget I can spend workers as coins if I have to, but I'm actually short on that, so I'm just going to pass. And I'm going to take the 3 coins and or the 3 power and a worker on income phase along with a power. All right, so we're both passed. That will flip over. The Anima will be first player since they passed first. Okay, so cult bonus, since I'm up at least 4 on the Earth track, I do get a free spade, which I'll use on this plains to make it into a swamp. So that's right there. That's done. Let's see, cult bonus. Return action tokens. Those flip up. Then we put coins on the ones that weren't chosen. And then that can go back to the box. Round 5, the Autumn is going to be our first player, and the goal here is about dwellings. This could be a pivotal income phase for me. I'm gaining 4 work. Actually, I'm gaining 5 workers. I've got to remember to count the 5 workers. I've got to remember to count the round booster. So I'm up to a total of 9 workers. 2 coins, which is not a lot, but there's a potential for it to turn into a lot more. A priest. And here's why it has potential to turn into a lot more, because I'm gaining a total of 9 power, and all of it's in bowl 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, which means I've got 10 power ready to spend. That's just crazy to me. But the Automa is the first player, so let's see what they're doing. And this round is all about putting down dwellings. So let's see what they're doing here. They're starting off with an upgrade, 2 from the right. So they're going to the Earth track. Actually, they're upgrade. Actually, no, we're taking this action. So they're trying to upgrade a dwelling to a trading station as their first priority. 2 from the bottom of the board. So coming from here, 1, 2. So they're upgrading this dwelling to a trading station. Getting no victory points for that. Then they're taking a favor tile based on the... Is that scoring or catch-up? That's catch-up. So wherever we're closest together, they're taking the... They're taking the air... They're taking the air favor tile, so they're going up 3 on the air track. Which is unfortunate, but there's no help for that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then looking at my first turn... if we're putting dwellings down here, I think I'm going to start with 6 power. Okay, never mind. The desert's 3 away. Plains are 2 away, though. So I could get down here, which I think I will do. So I'll spend 2, 4, 6 power to build a dwelling with 2 free spades. The spades are going to go here to turn this plains into a lake. Then I'm going to spend 2 workers and 3 coins. To put a dwelling down here, which will give me 2 victory points for the bonus action. So 1, 2. Then coming back to the Automa, we'll find transforming and building around their power structure, priority A, and 2 from the bottom of the board. So A, they have no deserts they can get to. They don't have a wasteland they can get to. They have a plains? No. They have a mountain right here, which they can get to. Actually, their shipping track right now is 1, so technically they could get... hang on, I gotta factor that in now. No deserts. They could get to this wasteland down here. So they can transform that into a dwelling and build there. That's around their power structure. And I don't think the Automa earns victory points from the bonus actions, do they? Let me just double check that. Scoring only from fixed values specified on scoring tiles at the end. Does not gain victory points from the conditions. Okay, so they don't score victory points for the bonus actions. That's good to know. All right, coming back to my turn then, I'm going to spend 4 power, that's off the board, to gain 7 coins, because I've got plenty of workers for what I want to do. What I'm short on is coins. And then the Automa's next turn. They're sending a priest. 1, 2, 3. They're sending a priest to the fire track. 1, 2, 3. And not gaining any victory points for that. Alright, then my turn. Do I concern myself with dwellings, or do I start working on getting temples out so I can fly through some of these favors? Actually, it might be a better idea to plan on next round starting to get temples out, because then I can start getting the favor tiles and start manipulating things that way. Or actually, next round is trading stations, isn't it? So I could soak the scoring tile and the favor tile with the water tribe for a lot of victory points next round. So I think that might be the play here. It's going to cost me 3 workers and 6 coins to turn this trading station into a temple. And then I will take the 1 water favor and the trading station to go up to the top of the water track, and that will give me 3 power for getting to the top of that track. Then the Automa, and I can't get to the top of the earth track until I form another town, but I don't think I'm forming another town in this game. As for the Automa, they're taking a power action 3 from the left. So they're blocking this one off and not gaining any victory points for that. Let's see, then what am I doing here? 2 workers and 3 coins to put down another dwelling on this lake seems good, so I think I'll do that. So 2 and 3. Put a dwelling down here. That'll give me another 2 victory points. Okay, cool. Let's see what the Automa is doing here. This is their support card. They've got at least 1 more action before they're potentially passing. They're taking a power action, 1 from the right, so they're covering up to build a dwelling with a free spade. Let's see, what do I want to do here then? I could start fighting them for the air. I could start fighting them on the fire track. I know I'm getting 2 priests from cult bonus on the fire or from the water track. What to do? I've got a few good options here on this one. I just need to think some of this through. Well, I have 2 workers, 2 coins, and a priest. I don't think there's really much I can do right now. Because like I said, if I know I'm getting 2 priests, I might as well start... Where's a track I think I can make some headway next round? Or on this coming round? Probably the fire track? So yeah, I think I'm going to send my priest to the fire track to go up 2 levels there, and then I'll gain 2 more power from that. Then the Automa's next action is they're taking a power action 3 from the right, so 1, 2, 3, they're blocking off gain a priest, not getting any victory points for that. Do I think I'm passing here? I think I am going to pass, because I'm tapped out and I want to make sure I'm ready for the last round. So, which tile do I think I want here? Do I think I want to be able to get a lot of favor? Or I'm hoping to be able to put a lot of strongholds down next turn. One of them is going to be free, but I think I'm going to need a lot of coins if I'm going to try to do shenanigans on the cult tracks. So I think I'm going to need the coins for that, which will give me 1 extra. That will go back. I'm passing. The Automa's potentially passing as well. They are passing, so they'll take the middle. So they'll take the middle. They'll take the middle round booster. I was trying to think of what the was called. I know, highly technical terminology, right? Last card for their deck for the game. I'll give the Automa their 6 victory points and me my 2 priests. Confound it all. Hang on. I just dropped a bunch of cards. Okay. So we've got all that figured out. All right, we can flip that over. The Automa gets their 6 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get my 2 priests for cult bonus. Then this scoring tile is done. And we're into round 6, and our focus now is on trading stations. Income phase, I gain 2, let me flip this over. I'll gain 6 coins. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workers. 4, 6. 4 power. And 2 more priests. All right, this round is about putting down trading stations. The Automa, however, technically there'd be coins on the leftovers, but I'm not bothering with that because it's the last round of the game. So we'll do it by the book, though. Actually, it could end up mattering. The Automa, anyway, is the first player. So their first card... They're transforming and building around their power structures, priority A, 2 from the top of the board. So A, they don't have any deserts they can get to, no wastelands they can get to, no plains they can get to a mountain here and here. They're counting down 2 from the top. Actually, they can get here, here, and here. Actually, I take that back. There's actually mountains on this side they can get to as well. Over here. So they're coming down 2 from the top of the board. So 1, 2 they build here. They can never find that. They'll put a dwelling down here around their power, gaining 1 victory point for that, and I'll gain a power for free off of that. Let's see, then for my turn, I'm going to take the free action. I'm going to take my free upgrade action so I can upgrade. Do I want to upgrade this one for free, or... The question is, am I going to have enough workers to do all of this? I'm going to need to gain a lot of power on this side of the board to be able to do any power actions this turn. I would need... Let's see, I would need 6 workers and 12 coins to be able to put down 2 to be able to put down... Actually, I only have 1 temple left to put down, so I don't think I'd be able to do that anyway. I think I'm just going to upgrade this dwelling into a stronghold. I'll count on being able to get enough power to make that cheaper to do. But I will gain 6 victory points. Remember, I gain 3 for the action, plus 3 for the scoring tile on there, plus 3 for my favor tile. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, moving down to the Automa. Their next action is they're taking an action 3 from the right. That's not a big problem, because I think even with losing 2, 6, 8, I should have enough workers to be able to do this, I think. Don't quote me on that, though, but either way, I don't have access to that now. So for my turn, I think now we just start with sending priests around. So I'm going to send 1 to the fire track, which will give me 1, 2, and give me 2 power off of that. Then for the Automa, they're upgrading, trying to upgrade to a trading station, except they can't do that, so they'll be upgrading to a temple. First trading station from the bottom of the board is right here. So upgrading this one to a temple and getting 1 victory point off of that. Then coming back to me, I'm going to send a priest to the air track, which will send me up 2 and give me 2 more power. So now hopefully those 2 workers that I lost access to on the power actions don't come back to bite me. We'll find out, though, if they do. Taking an action 4 from the left, or 4 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're blocking off a bridge, which I don't think I'm going to need ultimately. Okay. Looking for me. I think we're going to send a priest to the air track. 1, 2. I'll gain another 2 power off of that. And let's see what the Automa is doing. They are taking a power action 3, taking another power action 3 from the left. 1, 2, 3. They're blocking off my access to another priest. But I ultimately don't think that's going to matter. Yeah, I think the only way that's going to matter here is if these next 2 cards are sending priests to the cult tracks. But even that might not matter too much, ultimately. I don't think they're going to catch me on the Well, I don't think they're going to catch me on the earth track. They might catch me on the fire track, and we're neck and neck on the air track. But that might end up not mattering, especially if I take an action now to upgrade one of my strongholds to a temple, which I might. Actually, before things get too out of hand and I lose access to that, since I know I'm going to need it, I'm going to take the power action to gain 7 coins. That way I leave my options open a bit. Then looking at the Automa, they're sending a priest to a track. They're sending based on catch-up, so wherever they're closest. I'm counting 3 from the left, though. So 1, 2, 3. They are sending to the air track, which now blocks me off there. So they've won on the air track, which is unfortunate, but there's no help for that. So in that case, I think... Now do I just expand with basically a free hand? Because I think the thing here is I've got 6 continually connected spaces over here. They've got, what do they have? 1, 2, 3, they have 6 as well. They can skip this one. So I think I should probably work on making a connection. Work on it kind of expanding a little bit now that I've got a free hand, essentially. So I'm going to spend 3 workers because I'll need a spade for here, and I'll spend 3 coins. To transform this forest space into a lake, if I can ever find a lake in this mess. Ah, here we go. Turn that into a lake, and I'll build a dwelling right there. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 connected spaces. So that's my biggest area. Hopefully the Automa doesn't get to another build action. We'll find out soon enough. They're taking an upgrade action, and they do have a trading station to upgrade now. So 1, 2, they'll upgrade this dwelling to a trading station. I'll spend 2 victory points to gain 3 power off of that. So actually, do I need the power for that? I very well might not, actually. Yeah, I don't think the only other action here would be building a dwelling with a free spade, and I can't get the power for that unless I burn 2 power, which might be tempting, but I'm not sure how in love I am with that idea. So I think I'm just going to sit on that. Yeah, now I think losing the access to that priest might have bit me, or that those workers might have bit me, but let me think what I want to do here. It's going to cost me. It would cost me 8 if I wanted to build if I wanted to put a stronghold down right now, and I don't think I do. Let me think how I want to do this. I'm already at the top of the water track, so that one isn't that useful. The only one I'm going to make up ground on is the air track right now, so I could put another temple down for that. Let's see, it would be 3 workers and 4 coins in the middle of the board, which I think I'm going to worry about expanding, actually. I think that's probably the better play here. So I'm going to spend another 3 workers and 3 coins. I just want to make sure that in case anything goes haywire here. So I'm going to finish expanding this. I'm going to flip that into a lake and put another dwelling down there. And the Autumn is potentially threatening end of game here. They're not claiming end of game. They're sending a priest to a track 2 from the right. So 1, 2. They're sending a priest here to the fire track. They're going up 2, but they're not going to catch me. So now the Autumn is on their last card of the game. The only question is if they're taking the action or not. Right, so what are we doing then? I don't have the... Yeah, now I don't have the workers, or, well, if I spend... I think I probably would have to burn... No, I think that this works, actually. So I think I'll burn a power to get one there. Then I'll spend the 3. It's hidden here, but you can see I can spend 3 power as a worker. So I'll spend my other 2 workers for a total of 3, and 3 coins, bringing me down to 2. I'm going to transform this swamp into a lake. Then I'm going to build a dwelling there. And then the Autumn is potentially claiming end of game. They're not. They're going to take a faction build around their not power action, around their not power structure on priority B. They don't have a desert they can get to. They don't have a plains. They do have a wasteland, and they're coming 3 from the top of the board. So they're going... They can get to here or here. So 1, 2, 3. They're transforming and building on that wasteland, but that's not part of their power structure. Fortunately, they weren't able to make a connection there, but they do get 2 victory points there. 1, 2. And that's the end of the game for them. The only question is, am I doing anything else here? The only thing I could do would be send a priest to the Earth track, which is a track I'm already winning on. And I think I'm just going to pass here and claim end of game for myself. So, that is the end of the game. Let's go into final scoring. We'll go into final scoring once I remember to give the AI their 6 points on the scoring tile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're starting in the lead, but I don't think that's going to last. We'll find out how long that's going to last. So first we're going to score on the continuous area. The Autumn's largest continuous area was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 6. Mine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to score 18 points. They get 12. I go from 54, and 18 is 72. The Autumn scores 12, going from 58. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to 70. Then on each track, starting with the fire track, I get 8, the Autumn gets 4. That one was a dogfight. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. The water track was a key one for a couple of the turns. I get 8, the Autumn gets 4. 6, 7, 8, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the earth track, I just kind of picked up steam there, and the Autumn never really did anything with it. I get 8, they get 4. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the air track, the Autumn gets 8, I get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm at 100 points. What did I do with the bags for the... I know I had the faction bags out because I left them... Ah, here they are. I left all the bags out last night, so I had cleanup to be a little bit easier to do. So I'm at 100 points right now. We just did the air track. And then coin scoring, I get 3 points for every coin, so I get total of... I have 7 coins left, so I get 2 coins for that. So as the Swarmlings, I win this game of Terra Mystica 102 to 90. This is a close one, but I really still enjoy Terra Mystica, and I'm looking forward to getting the new Terra Mystica game on the channel, Age of Innovation. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but I did unbox it last night. So I'll do it for this playthrough of Terra Mystica. I might try to get a bout in the Title Bout 2 Greatest Boxer Tournament up yet today, but I make no promises on that. As for what's actually scheduled, Wednesday we're playing Hornet Leader Carrier Air Operations from Dan Verson Games. which will also be the last video for the Ask Me Anything questions. So if there's anything you want to ask me for that segment, leave it in the comments of any video with an AMA tag, and I'll answer it during Thursday's End of August recap. As for next week, we'll be starting the fall campaign for Arkham Horror, the card game, but I'll have more details on that during the aforementioned End of August recap. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.